listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now the largest new media platform on the web and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Game After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Game After Show.
Oh. Come on.
Yeah. And the gang is all here for the after show for The Game, Season 7, Episode 9. I am your host, Fallon Mercedes, and it's so good to be back with everybody. All my beautiful hosts, please introduce yourselves.
Reunited and it feels so good. Come on.
Sexual chocolate.
Okay.
That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah. Kevin.
What's your name?
I am Kevin John, and as you can tell, I am not a singer, but it feels so good to be reunited with all of you guys. It really does.
Hey everyone, I'm Ashley Gray. Make sure that you follow me on Twitter at HeyAshleyGray and on Instagram at Nina Marie Gray.
And to my left,
What's up? It's me, Megan Thomas. I'm so glad to be with you. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Meg Scoop.
And I am Brandon London. You can hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at Cultured Athlete or the website BrandonLondonTV.com.
and you can find me online at Fit with Fallon on Instagram, Twitter, and fitwithfallon.com for all your celebrity fitness news. Now, we have a big episode. I feel like it clicked for me now. I didn't understand why they rushed Tasha's pregnancy so drastically when we came back, but now I see it because it looks like she's going to go into birth this
Right.
in the next, the finale.
What do you mean it clicks for you?
It clicked for me. I could not understand, Brandon.
Don't start fouling. That was not that good of an episode.
Oh, I didn't say it was that good of an episode.
Okay,
I'm just saying. I'm saying I understand now
And
because
the sparks are flying already.
they need to. You know, me and Kevin had such a good show last week.
did,
We weren't
yeah.
here,
It was
Brandon.
amazing.
You know, we
You
got
did.
love
You
from the fans. Shout out to all the fans who were commenting
Big
and,
shout out to
and
the
loving
fans.
us. But like I was saying, Brandon,
Right.
Please.
it clicked for me because I couldn't understand when we came back why Tasha was out to here. She was like full blown pregnant.
Oh, okay.
But I
okay,
see
okay,
because
okay.
they had to rush the pregnancy so she could give birth for the last episode.
But this is what doesn't make sense to me because it wasn't the issue for me for her rushing the pregnancy, but the fact that from one episode to the next, they just went for a month. Her stomach was out here. That's what the problem was. For me, it was always you should have said on the show, she's been pregnant. Oh, it's been 4 weeks since Jason or 4 months since Jason got in that car accident. Not 1 month, and her stomach is out to here. That's what the problem was for me.
And I'm surprised. I understand that, but I'm surprised. I mean, there's other women on the show who have kids who didn't kind of voice up, but I guess they had to jump to this point. Now, we see in this episode, Tasha is on the floor trying to put her baby crib together, and it almost seems as if she's finally being okay that, you know, the baby's coming. She seems happy. I don't think I've seen Tasha this happy naturally, but we do see an issue. She can't get the damn crib together.
Can't get it working.
Cannot. And she was all on this, I'm a woman, I could do this myself. I don't need no baby daddy. I don't need to figure out who the baby daddy is. But it seems as though she actually might need a baby daddy.
Yep.
She tried to be hard all the time, say all that stuff, but now we finally realize what everyone has been saying to her already. You need to find out who this dad is because this child needs a man in his life. A child needs a man in his life. There's nothing like, you know, and shout out to all the dudes. You know, I've had teammates, I had friends who grew up without a father, but it's just something about growing up with a father.
Right.
Man. It's like structure. You know, I love my dad because back then I used to think he was being so hard on me, waking me up at 6 in the morning and all that, but he was just trying to show me the way. He's trying to show me how life was going to be. And right now, this kid doesn't have that type of father figure in her life right now, and Tasha's feeling it.
She don't even have a crib.
She didn't even have a career.
Where the baby gonna sleep?
And it's funny because she said in previous episodes, you know, she'll just throw money. She can get anybody to do anything, but I think she's really coming to a point like, wait, you know, that's not the responsible way to raise a child. You shouldn't, you know, get anybody, just anybody to raise your child. They say, what is it, a community or?
It takes a village.
It takes a village to raise a child. And now I think for her, it's starting to click. This is, you know, the first go around, she was a teenager and she probably had her mom and dad help her out with Malik. This time around, she's an adult and she doesn't have that same security as she did when she was younger. What do you guys think?
I honestly think that this is really going to mature her out a little bit. And it's funny I say mature her when she's
50-something.
At 50-something.
Now she's mid-40s.
But you know what? There's always room for improvement. We're always developing as humans. We never are perfect. Well, there's a few of us that are perfect. Oprah and John Legend, but everyone else is underneath that. I have no idea where
Legend.
I don't know where John Legend came from.
Wow, we know he was listening to on the way here.
I was listening to All of Me on the way here and just
love that song.
I love it too. So anyways, not to get off subject, but no, I mean, we're all imperfect individuals and we all know that if anyone in their 50s needs growth, it's
Stop
definitely
saying 50, she's mid-40s.
That's the same thing.
No, it's not.
40-something, 50 is the same.
It's
And a woman,
not.
and a woman.
Don't do that
40
to a
and
woman. Don't
high
age
40
her.
I'm not aging anyone. I'm just saying, high 40s, high 40s, low 50s is pretty much the same thing when it comes to a woman.
She's mid-40s.
Are we really fighting over this? 40s,
Yes.
50s? It's
But it's just like you fight over an athlete. When is an athlete too old or whatever? It's, you know, there's rules, there's levels to it.
Well,
But
if you're Brett Favre, you play until you're 65.
Okay, you know what?
At any rate, like I was saying,
can't.
she, you know, Tasha obviously has a lot of maturing to do. Just as I feel as a person. I mean, she seems real inadequate and unequipped to raise a child. So I feel that, you know, this child experience may actually be a positive thing for her, as she will accept responsibility and hopefully, like Brandon said, find the father, because man, that's an integral part of the family. And for her to just disregard that is beyond me. Go.
Ashley, what did you think when Tasha said it's a father who teaches her daughter her worth?
I think it was true. I mean, she had a really valid point to what she was saying, and it was absolutely accurate. Yep.
Right.
stop holding back, Ashley.
I can't.
Come on now. I wasn't here last week. Come on, Ashley.
Real. It was boring. It's just like I just can't. This episode was not as.
But we're asking about how she's saying all the stuff for the father part. Now's your chance to say the ratchet girls are ratchet because they didn't have a father. Just say it. Come on.
No, I don't believe that. No, I really do think that the father is an instrumental part to a family, but there are successful women who have raised a family without a father. So, I mean, either way, even if Tasha does not decide to include Pookie or the other dude in this child's life, I feel that she will be able to successfully raise an amazing young woman.
One cool thing, Fallon, and it goes back to what you said about how it takes a village to raise, a child. You kind of saw that when everyone came over and they were helping her. But here's the thing. This is professional football. These same people are not going to be in the room. They're not going to be on the same team, let alone the same apartment in the next year, the year after that, the year after that. So there's not going to be any Blue and Keira around for this baby. Malik will be around-ish. Malik could go play for another team or whatever. There's going to be no Chardonnay because, Jason's career is pretty much over. So she has to find out who this father is, who's the baby daddy, because there is no community for her like that.
Well, besides it being professional football, they are a family. And I feel like each of their relationships have evolved into something more than just professional football associates. They're a family. And in real life, all families do not live in the same city. Families travel. Families have different professions that they have to go and be here and be there. Like, I'm in California right now and my family's in Ohio. That doesn't exclude me from my nieces and nephews' lives. I'm still a part of it. So you can't necessarily say they're not going to be there in a year, because I do believe that they will be.
But Ashley, that's your family. That's your bloodline. That's
but
your
there
DNA.
are a lot of
This
people that are not blood that I consider to be family. Blood does not necessarily make you family, because some blood can do you worse than what a friend quote, will do you. So you can't just say because we're not blood related that we are not family.
I agree with you, Ashley. But kind of to what Brandon's saying, I think when you have a child, a newborn, you kind of need somebody physically there. So if they do move around, like for us, you know, we're all transplants here. We all came to LA, and I think we're okay. We're solid, even though our family's away, because we're adults. I think when you're a child growing up, you need stability. You need a figure to constantly be there. And I think that's going to have to be Malik if Tasha doesn't bring in, you know, either of her potential baby daddies in the picture. So hopefully, you know, when Tasha has this baby, Tasha won't be the only one who will mature, but hopefully Malik will as well.
Well, and I think she has enough money to get a nanny. Let's just be real. Like, you know, usually people with that much money, if you can live in a 5-star hotel as your actual home, you have enough money to get a nanny.
But we're not looking for a nanny. We're looking for a male
she can
figure.
get a manny. A
But
manny.
it's because
Gaylord
even-
Falker.
there's still no guarantee that either one of the gentlemen that are supposedly the baby's father will be there consistently. So,
Right. And that's why
as
I was saying
yeah.
Malik. I feel like if anybody who's going to be consistent with their mom, it will be Malik. So hopefully he'll be consistent with his new baby sister.
But Malik's on a brand new journey right now. Malik can end up in Tennessee. Malik can end up in Minnesota.
True, but location doesn't mean that you are excluded from
But I
family.
think Tasha will also relocate wherever her son goes. They're still attached to the hip,
has
even
to.
though, you know, she's in a new phase in her life.
Right.
So.
And she can always fly to him. You can fly to her.
They
got
that
money.
They got money.
They have money.
Money, honey.
They got money.
But how cool is the part where everyone's giving them, giving her gifts, baby shower gifts, where Malik gives her, his mama, his first football ever.
This is what I was
His first
confused
football ever.
about. Now, I don't know if you guys got this part, but she said that Pookie gave him that first football. And I
Right.
think that's why she got emotional. But wait, so Pookie was there when Malik was born, or did he receive
were
the ball
homies.
later?
Yeah, like
on
she-
in
No,
life?
they were Tasha and old Pookie were homies growing up. So they grew up in the same
okay. I
neighborhood.
didn't
So
know.
when Tasha got knocked up, that was still the homie. It just didn't happen to be him knocking up Tasha.
But I'm just saying from the athlete standpoint where it's like he gave his mom the first football. Just think about it. I think of my mom. She always says, oh, I was out there when you were a New Kent Falcon playing Pop Warner. You know, it was cold outside. I'd rush you guys to get dressed and to bring you to the games and bring you to practice and all that. But to be able to give your mom that football,
That's awesome.
I almost cried. I almost cried twice this show. Twice this show. That was one. We'll talk about the next one later.
Oh, Lord.
But that was, that was huge. I thought that was a great scene. I thought that was, a great part of the show today.
Right. And I think it put into perspective, like, yo, I really do need to have a man here for this baby.
Even at the baby shower, now Kelly, who has been such a great supportive friend of Tasha's, we see her rubbing her feet, and she gets a text message from Brittany, and Tasha's kind of like, wow, you've been here for me, and they're having this bonding moment, and Kelly's like, well, wait, I just got a text message from Brittany. She's trying to buy a martini or something. I have to go down because security's gonna get her. Now she brings Tasha down with her and surprises her with this baby shower, and it was very nice because everybody was there, but
Right.
again, she was still missing that baby daddy male figure that she needed. No response?
We in agreement.
I think we're all just
We just bored
that
with
whole
that.
storyline. They're trying to drag it out. Something's gonna happen.
I feel like, yes, it was a little boring episode, but I think these things were needed. I
Right.
think she had to have that epiphany, like, oh, shoot, I need to figure out who the male figure for my child will be before I give birth. And I think they set it up right.
But
I
it's
think
sad it takes her that long to figure that out. She should have, from the moment she had the conception, she should have known at that point in time.
But sometimes I don't think for women, you realize, I've had friends who, until the baby comes out, they don't realize, oh shoot, like I just
magnitude.
had a life, like a
Yeah.
life came out of me. You feel the baby kicking, but you don't realize really know what's going down until the baby's in your hands. So I can kind of empathize with what she's going through. One storyline I still don't empathize or get is Malik and Jana. Now, Malik and Jana, they did the do, and they're working each other out, and they're just so infatuated, in love with each other. They have to have sex again. Now, in the midst of our The Game episode, it turns into Love and Basketball, where they have, what song was playing?
A Woman's World.
Maxwell, A Woman's World. And it started getting real emotional. And Malik.
That is not the song that was playing. I can't hear.
It was.
And Malik, while he was having sex, or should I say making love,
thank you,
sheds a tear.
Yes,
I'm sorry, I could not stop laughing.
Why?
Why is he shedding a tear? A woman's word.
Are you kidding me?
It was hilarious to me.
That
I was
man for the
rolling.
first time felt love.
Tell her love.
Felt love. Okay,
know,
he put his all in her, literally.
Everything.
He felt love with it. It was magical. It was a defining moment in his life, and he knew at that point in time that he was making love.
And this is what. Oh, go ahead, Fallon.
And he even pointed out while he was talking to the boys about his interaction. He told the homies that he was in love, and he said this is the first woman that he's had face-to-face sex with.
Bam.
And let me tell you,
humans
are the only species that can have face-to-face sex. No other species can. No other animal can. So
Actually, there's some primates that do it missionary.
Excuse me.
On Discovery Channel one time.
No, they cannot. I'm telling you. I
Ashley,
researched it.
Oh,
You
wow.
cannot
Ashley,
do face-to-face. Yes.
Ashley, you should be upset, just like I'm upset right now that Meg Scoop at Meg Scoop on Twitter.com would sit here and laugh at
called out on
Malik
Twitter.
for being in love. Now you women always cry about all this guy's just trying to get the pains. Oh, he's just trying to smash. Yo, he's had all types of groupies. He's had busted marriages and all this stuff. He is finally in love.
That's not what I was laughing at.
And you're laughing at him.
No,
because
I
he
wasn't
loves her.
laughing
Megan, what were you
about
laughing
love.
at?
I was laughing at the tear that was so gently
It was
placed
so
on his
drastic.
eyeball right here.
Oh, okay.
So he could turn as the song was playing.
So you're laughing
That's
at
what
the
I was
effects, the production,
Yes.
on how
production.
the tear was clearly induced by.
Right.
Because I thought I was going to have to go in just now.
But you see, it's not about the fact that it looked fake. It's what it symbolized. And it symbolized that this man was making love. And to piggyback off Brandon, men sometimes do get a bad rap for shooting our emotions, not being transparent or open with them. And there's no better time for a man to cry than when he's holding and inside the love of his life, truly feeling it one-on-one. Because he meant it.
That was very drastic. On that note, we'll take a pause. We're going to shoot to a commercial. We need to come back for this very dramatic moment. We'll be right back.
My name is Yvonne Saravia, and I am a home health aide. My credit score was very high. It was like 700 something. Then I had like a hiccup in my finances. Everything just crashed. But I don't crawl under a rock and cry. It takes baby steps to get back. So that's what I am doing.
With American Express Serve, you have a full-service prepaid account that helps you handle your money simply and affordably. There's no credit check. You can pay your bills online and reload cash for free at over 15,000 locations, all for $1 a month, and all backed by the 24/7 service of American Express. This is what membership is. This is what membership does.
Get started with an American Express Serve card at CVS Pharmacy or Family Dollar today. Terms and restrictions apply. Go to serve.com for more details.
Sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conference call
so we're
telling
back.
me I need a girl who's as sweet as
We're
a
back,
dove.
ladies
For
and
the first
gentlemen.
time in my life, I see I need love. There I was, giggling about the
I
things
can't.
that you said. Me, I ain't saying no yank.
Go, Kat.
Go, from my eyes.
So, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you go to iTunes, rate, comment, and share. Give us 5 stars. Tell us your thoughts. Hit us up on YouTube. Hit us up on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. And let us know what you're thinking, and we'll definitely shout you out next week.
Now, what do you guys think about this whole Jana Malik situation? Do you think it's genuine? Do you think he's really in love? Or is he going to get past this and be on to the next once he's back in the game? Because it looks as though he'll be back in the game soon. We see him playing a little ball with his fellow football players.
Right.
And his arm is looking pretty good.
Right. But before we do that, let's go to YouTube. We thank you guys for commenting on all of our shows. On last week's recap, BlackRock316 said, Malik, I think what's going to happen to Malik is that he's going to continue to sleep with his trainer until they break up. I don't see them staying together for a long time because that's not a part of Malik's character.
That's true.
I love now. You're wrong.
I do want to say something positive about this episode. I think that the scene with Jana and Malik was done very tastefully and classy, and it was beautiful. Right. I mean, if I didn't know Malik and all his crazy ways, I would be like, oh, this guy is a really great guy. And the tear, even though we all laughed, I think that it was very sentimental and it was done well.
I think it's a little sad that Malik has been married before and he never experienced intimacy and love like this until Jana.
I think that's a lie. I think that he has.
So you think it's okay to be married to somebody and not make love to them? He said this is the first time he's made love.
Well, in his situation, he had a Kardashian type wedding. Like, it was all for the cameras and stuff, just because it was Robin Givens, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying, that's sad. If you can be married to a woman, you made that vow and you never made love to your wife. That's sad.
Well, yeah, that is sad, but that's where entertainment is leading these celebrities and stuff these days, where marriage is a business proposal. It's a business arrangement more than just you actually marrying someone for love. But the homies found love now. And it's not official. It's really not official until your boys are ragging on you, till you're in the locker room and everybody on the team is making fun of you and stuff, and you just kind of play it off and you profess it that, you know, yeah, I made love to her. I did it face to face. You know, the first girl in a long time. That means he really likes her.
But you know what? It's hard for me. It's hard for
ahead.
me to really feel that Malik is in love, because if he has never experienced love, then what? This could just be lust. This could just be like something.
I'll say this.
First of all, I'm gonna need not all y'all to jump on me like that, okay? One at a time.
Hey,
One at
lady,
a time.
We trying to be congenial and cordial up in here today.
Okay.
So thank you. So anyways, and I was just rapping for you too. So anyways, to kind of piggyback off what Brandon said, a man can tell a woman anything. Especially a lot of times a man will tell a woman things that she wants to hear. But if a man goes to his boys, now that validates the statement
But you
like no other. If he goes to his boys and says, yo, I love this girl, and looks them all in their eyes, despite the fact that they make fun of him, they may condemn him, they may ostracize him,
He is over here
whatever.
preaching, okay?
They over here.
Did it because we both know the bro
Spit.
code, and exactly. I'm spitting you. This is the truth. And anyways, I'm just saying that I feel that it's genuine, it's authentic, because of the way he cried and he told his boys. What else do you need? What else do you
Come
need?
on, Fallon.
What else do you
Fallon.
need?
Come on, Fallon.
What do you need? A ring?
I need
Come on,
more than
Fallon.
just you smashing me. You tell me that you're in love with me.
He was making love.
Hold on. I agree with both of you guys, but I also know, especially in that type of field, you can, feel like you're in love, and then,
It's not love.
you realize later on it's not. You sometimes you get infatuated or connected. I'll know it's real love with Malik when he gets back in the game.
The thing is that when
her.
you are having sex or making love with someone, whatever you want to call it, you're going to have this physical connection. You're going to have, like, no matter what. So I feel like Malik was really feeling this girl, and this is the first time that Malik has actually been feeling someone to want to make love to her, want to have sex with her with the lights on. And then he's like, man, this must be love because I never felt this before. When in all actuality, it's probably not love. You just never felt this before.
Brandon, let me ask you this. Have you ever
here we go.
You felt like, okay, this could be the one during your off season or during a time
Or while
of injury,
inside her.
or during a time of injury, and then when you got back to Canada or you got back to wherever you were playing ball, you were like, no, I was just distracted. It wasn't love.
It's a thing
Look
where
at that
it's a thing where it's like this.
We
It's like
already
this.
know.
And this is I'm speaking
We already know.
for myself and for a lot of people out there, period. Once you have sex with a woman and you still want her around and you still like her, and that's how you know you like her.
What?
Because you can spend all this time chasing a woman and all that, and you don't and you guys don't have sex with each other. But then when you have sex with her and you still want her around and you feel as though you still like her, that's how you know
That's
you
like
like her.
so backwards.
That's not so backwards.
It's so backwards
That's
because
not so
clearly,
backwards.
usually when you have sex with somebody and you kind of like them already, you're going to like them even more because you're like, yes, now we get to do
You
physical
know what?
stuff.
That is so funny you said that.
Thank you. But I'm right though, Fallon.
tell
Am I right,
you.
Fallon?
Come on, Fallon.
Come on,
Come on,
Fallon.
Fallon.
Say it right, Fallon.
Come on,
She banged
Fallon.
on me just now.
No.
Come on, Fallon.
Hey, I hate getting personal on
Reveal.
here.
Girl, reveal.
You know these
But
fans love you,
My
Fallon.
boyfriend told me, you know how I know I love you? Because I always want you around.
Damn.
But
Okay,
that
but
doesn't
that's
mean
right.
anything.
Man.
That
So,
does not mean anything
He
at all
played in the league
because
longer than me.
you can still want someone around, and that's nothing.
I
No,
guess
I
I can
do agree.
understand
I
what
actually-
Brandon's saying.
For once in my life, I will agree with Ashley on that. I think that just because you want someone to continuously be around even after you make love and stuff doesn't necessarily signify that you're in love with them or that you do love them. It just means that this is somebody whose company I enjoy, whose
And
companionship
that
I enjoy.
actually sounds like a
And things-
codependent statement. It's like, oh, I always want this person around because I know they're going to be there, and the sex is good.
Ashley, this is 2014. This is
And
go
that
ahead,
is
baby.
exactly
Okay.
it's 2014,
Okay.
and sex isn't what it used to be.
Thank
People
you.
smash the
Damn.
homie just to smash the
Damn.
homie. Then the homie becomes the boyfriend and the girlfriend,
Smash
and then we
the
break
homie.
up, but then we smash again, and then we back together, and then we smash, and then we smash, and then we smash.
I'm not talking
oh,
about
I love
that.
you now. Nah, my dude, you don't love me. It's lust.
She just came from I don't know what
I'm just
story.
saying,
That's
I just had to
chapter
back
5 of
you.
her
Ashley,
are you
autobiography
revealing
right
some
there.
personal experiences?
That's chapter 5 of her book, The
Absolutely
Life and
not.
Times of Ashley.
Ashley, right? I agree.
No, but here,
Absolutely not.
Ashley, let's break down this
Ashley,
character.
that was
Let's break down who
personal.
No, it
Malik is.
wasn't.
Because I want y'all to really understand this
It's
now.
too hot
I need
for
y'all
this.
to really
I
understand.
get it. I think I believe, I truly believe before we
don't
move, because I
rap.
know we got to move on, but I will say that I do believe that Malik is in love with this girl, but I think something's going to happen where either Yana
You
goes
predicted
back,
something.
Right. Yeah, I think Yana's going to go back to being a
Gay.
lesbian, and I don't think her and Malik are going to work out, and I think he's going to be destroyed because this truly is the first time that he is in love with this girl.
Because for Yana, he could just be the rebound, and when you get the rebound, you think you're in love. So
Because you have to remember what Yana always said. She said this was a business deal for her. She's trying to get her
Brand?
fitness videos up, and she needs somebody to endorse them. So Yana's a smart chick. I don't think she's using him, but she is using him.
motivated.
You know what I mean?
I believe that may have been her intention initially, was to
Yeah.
use him to promote herself, her brand and stuff. But I think along the lines of that intention, you can still fall in love. Sometimes you can't help the heart or help the emotion. And even though that was her initial intention, she could still fall
I'm
for
just
this
saying.
guy.
I just think
Just-
Malik is a rebound for Yana.
Whoa.
I think we're gonna see that because his feelings are going to be so hurt.
So maybe
Oh, mine
it's
are
true
too.
love for Malik,
Yes.
but a rebound for Yana. You guys out there watching, let us know. Is Malik the rebound? And do you think he's really in love? And shout out to Crazy Freddie, all the way from Boston, who's always been supportive of me and AfterBuzz. Thanks for watching. I just got hit up on Instagram, like, I'm watching you guys. So
Crazy
What's up, Crazy Freddie in the building in Boston? He
Yeah, Boston.
Boston strong, by the way. We look at big ups to Boston
Yes.
for overcoming the 1 year anniversary of the bombing.
Yes.
Boston strong. Go Celtics. Red Sox. Go ahead.
All right, so Celtics.
Patriots too.
Playoffs?
So let's move on to
They're not the
Chardonnay
Sabres.
I
and
know.
Kelly and Jason. How do we feel about their
Hold
relationship?
on. Let's go to Blue and Keira. Do you want
Okay.
to go to them first?
Yeah.
We see, Keira's at the baby shower and she's being, supportive, and Keira, you could tell she's young because she always brings it back to herself.
Right.
Whenever she's, talking about somebody else, we see her trying to be supportive of Tasha. But then again, she brings it back to herself, and she wants to bring up the kind of fight that she had at the baby shower with her and Blue. Now, Keira just got a great audition, a big gig, but it turns out, this new acting role in a Woody Allen film is going to place her in Miami for 6 months. Now, we know that Blue and Keira just moved in together. So Blue did not seem so happy about this this big gig, and he wasn't happy with the fact that she didn't even ask him. Do you think that Blue should have been aware, or that Keira should have asked Blue if she could take the gig?
Well, in a relationship, I feel like communication is the key component. So it's not about asking permission. It's about sharing your life with your significant other.
Right.
I think that's where the the bridge was not built. She just was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I got this role. I'm gonna go. And Blue seemed like he didn't know anything about it once she made the announcement at the baby shower.
It's the thing of him being a extra controlling athlete, somebody who wants, oh, where you going, girl? Oh, who you with? What you doing? Hey, what you got on right now? She can't go somewhere for 6 months. If he had to go somewhere for training for 6 months, or he had to go somewhere for rehab or whatever, he would expect her to understand. He would expect her to let him go and not give her a big fuss, not have her give him a big fuss about it. I think it's that pride factor that he had to learn. He had to learn in the manner he did. You two are hot over there, huh?
All right, I'm burning up. I'm about to take it like an inhale.
Right. Well, I'll say this. I don't think that Blue is prideful. Well, not so much in this situation. I think it really is like, yo, you're my girl. We live together. You didn't even give me the honor of telling me that we are going to be, you're going to be gone for 6 months. I think that's a real issue. There was no communication there. And she treated him like he was a roommate. She called him a roommate.
And
but the thing is I think that Blue was only upset because Keira did not share the information. Blue wasn't upset about her leaving. Blue was upset that he did not know.
Right.
And I feel like if Blue had the opportunity to go to training or he got drafted to some other team or whatever, he would share that information with her. Actually, I feel like Blue would share. She would be the first person that Blue would share it with.
Right. I can understand both sides of the situation. Kind of like what Brandon was saying. You have an athlete who is used to being the star and having all eyes on them and what they say goes. But then you have a woman who is not just your regular trophy wife. She has a career. So for her, I think she probably was scared to tell him because she knew how he would react. I honestly believe if she did call him and say, hey, Blue, aren't you happy? I got this role and I just want to let you know I'm going to have to relocate for 6 months. I still think he would be upset because the man still wants to feel like the man in the relationship and he wants to have the control. And I think as a woman, sometimes it's hard to give up that control when you're trying to chase your dreams and follow your dreams. A lot of times you'll see women who have careers who are in the limelight and they date somebody else who are also in the limelight. Their light kind of fizzles. It kind of, because it's a struggle. Relationships are hard as it is, but then you got both people trying to be, and I personally think that's why so many celebrity couples break up. It's already hard trying to share roles and trying to compromise. Then you got the world looking at you, so it's hard regardless. So I understand both situations.
And in this case, like you said earlier, she's still young. You can see that he's trying to invest more in this relationship than she is. Right. She kind of almost, like you say, is calling him the roommate and all. This is kind of a lackadaisical thing to her, and I don't think it means as much to her as it means to Blue. And that's where the problem is. I
agree with you because Blue has had this success. I think it's past his rookie year now, right?
Going into his second season.
Okay, so he's used to the fame. He's used to now she hasn't had real fame for a while now. So this is her first big role. This is a Woody Allen feature. So she's probably thinking, oh, I'm good. I don't need you no more. But I bet you, previous to this, she was probably more willing to listen to what he says and respect him more because she didn't have her own.
But I mean, come on now. That this is gonna cause a whole bunch of problems, and I hope it doesn't get to the point where you can't go. You pick the role or me, because if you do that, you're a chump, dude.
But you know what, guys do that.
At the end of the day, you can never give. I know what you're saying, B, and I support you on that. But at the end of the day, that's a cop out. When Blue got with Keira, when Keira got with Blue, they both know the careers of each other. They both know the career demands of each other. They knew that there were times when one would be away. It's inevitable in being a professional athlete, a professional actress. So it's unfortunate that it happened right now at this point in time in their relationship. But I think you kind of sign up for that when you get with somebody that does it. I'm not saying it makes it easier, but that's it comes with the territory.
Yeah,
you know.
And then on top of that, he's about to start the season. We're not sure what, but I'm pretty sure part of that 6 months he's going to be playing football. So is it really that big of a deal? No.
But I think we needed this. I think Blue and Keira, we've been complaining, this whole season, their relationship is so boring. So now things are going to turn up, especially for next season. We're going to see, I think the true test of a relationship is distance. If you can overcome distance, then I think it's smooth sailing.
Child, ain't that
really?
I gotta clap it up for that.
It's true. Yeah, you can overcome distance. So this relationship moving in, that's cool. It's easy to be under somebody every day, but when you're apart, can you still be faithful? Can you still trust each other? Will distance make the heart grow fonder? We'll have to wait and see.
That's a lot of FaceTiming right there, huh?
A lot of FaceTiming.
I'll be up in Canada and she'll be that's rough. That's rough.
Yep.
Well, it can strengthen a relationship, or it can be the nail in the coffin, one or the other. I mean, obviously, I think they'll stand the test of time because Keira and Blue seem to get back together regardless of what happens. But yeah, no, I agree. Either that or recovering from infidelity. I think those are the two main things that can test the strength of a relationship.
Yes, I agree.
Kind of like Chardonnay, Jason, and Kelly.
Great segue.
Perfect.
I know, Ashley.
We were in sync,
Ashley,
so.
yeah. Ashley, you were speaking of it earlier. What were you going to say about Chardonnay and Kelly?
Well, I did enjoy the conversation that Chardonnay had with Kelly. I feel like it was very adult, and both women allowed each other to speak. And even though Chardonnay had her classic Chardonnay sass, I really feel that she got the message through to Kelly, and Kelly truly appreciated how the conversation went. And I applaud both ladies for not fighting and getting ratchet.
Right. How come every time Brandy or Chardonnay or Moesha, every time she wants to wants to say something, she'll go.
Did you say Moesha?
She snaps her tongue and goes.
Because that was that.
You look slow. Stop.
I want to know what's the point. Why does she do that?
Because that's part of her character.
That's her
That's
character.
that Meisner technique.
That's who she is.
I feel like every individual on the face of this earth has a special thing that they do that's really specific to them, and that's Chardonnay's thing.
But was the white girl comment, was that necessary?
No, but she said it. She
there?
addressed it. She said, "Why did I just call myself black and you white?"
Yeah,
I don't know, but I think
that's what we do.
I think in this show, it's just the obvious, and every time we see them on screen, even if you don't admit it, you say, "That's the white girl. That's the black girl. That's the ex-wife. That's the new wife." So it was the obvious coming out. But what I do like that Kelly, even though she kind of Chardonnay came at her, she was respectful, but kind of like feisty and a little, she still gave it back to her in a respectful way. It was like, I apologize. You're right. Kelly, she's a stand-up woman to me. She has her man's back, but also she's not going to go out and be truly disrespectful to his new wife.
Okay.
Hold on, wait a minute. She has her man's back. That ain't her man.
Oh, my bad. Her baby daddy's back.
So, asking you three ladies, if you three ladies were Kelly Pitts and you had, your Jason, who's now with a Chardonnay, and she invites you to the wedding, are you going? Would you go to the wedding?
I think you go.
As Kelly Pitts, yes.
You go.
You're not friends with Chardonnay. Why would you
it doesn't matter. You're friends with her husband.
It's to be supportive of your family.
Right.
Kelly always said, even when she said she gave that dude money, it's because she's always going to be attached to Jason because of they're a family regardless if they're married or not. So I think she should go. Family's family.
I feel that if the invitation is completely genuine and sincere, then I will accept because that's the respectable, polite thing to do. However, if it was the opposite, I'd be like, no. Or I might just show up to cause a scene.
So do you think it's sincere the way Chardonnay invited her and said, I want you to come so you can see me and Jason jump the broom?
And given Chardonnay's character, yes, definitely.
I think
that was so disingenuous.
No, I do not.
I think that
it was genuine, but it's like
it was a little stab.
Yeah,
it was like, I would love for you to
but
come.
that's her. Like, she's gonna give a little stab because that's just Chardonnay. But I feel like Kelly accepted because she was like, okay, that's just Chardonnay, whatever.
Right, and it also, if you notice, Kelly gave Chardonnay a little jab. She was like, y'all really gonna do that?
Yeah.
Talk about jumping the broom.
That is a black tradition.
Right. So that was kind of like, and then she was like, oh, okay, I mean, if that's what y'all want to do. So it went both ways.
No, it
That
didn't.
wasn't
I
a
think
joke.
so.
It was.
was
It
weak.
was because she was like, "Y'all about to jump the broom? Like that's lame."
So let's go to predictions. Do you guys predict that Kelly
forgot
and
about TT.
Chardonnay?
And now, your AfterBuzz
Forgot about
TV.
TT.
Do you think Kelly and Chardonnay will be friends after all of this?
Friends, define friends, because that's a loose term that we all use.
Do you think they're going to be
How
Tasha
many
Mack
of
and
us
Kelly
have
Pitt's
them?
friends?
No.
No, they'll be associates, aka friends with the air quote. Like, yeah, hey girl, but not genuine friends. No, they're never gonna have that genuine relationship.
If they were to hang out, Kelly Pitts would wait for Chardonnay to do something sneaky, something shady, go behind her back and tell Jason
I don't think so.
anything and everything.
I don't think so.
Yeah, right. She
I don't think
still
so.
wants to be part of the family.
I don't know. I think there's a possibility that they actually could be friends because these women showed themselves to be very mature. Because that is a very mature thing to do, to go to your ex's wedding and see him with his new wife. That is a very mature thing. But I will say my prediction for TT, I'm so glad he didn't commit suicide and Tasha stopped him in the nick of time. But I think he's going to get like a new renewal on life once he sees this new baby come. And he's going to be like, that was stupid. I'm going to fight for my cluck truck business. And he's going to build an empire.
Do we really have to comment on his storyline?
Yes.
That's why I kind of skipped it.
Because suicide is serious.
Okay, I understand.
It is.
That
well,
is- and that's
actually,
very
speaking of
serious.
suicide being serious, why were the people egging him on
Telling
to
him
jump?
They do that at UMass. Remember at UMass
Yes,
when the Red
the
Sox
riots.
won? Somebody was standing on top of
And
the
they told him to
cafeteria,
jump.
and they were
Because in
telling
this
him
day
to
and
jump,
age,
and he
people
jumped.
will do anything to
And-
record it
and that's
on
what I was
video.
gonna say. They were probably
upload it,
videotaping
and then,
it.
get it's just
Monetize the YouTube video. I'm going to make
right?
money off this.
Exactly.
Views.
Trying to get on Anderson
Pathetic.
Cooper. yo.
Brandon, what's your prediction?
I'm not commenting on TT. I'm hoping and I'm praying. Now that you opened up my eyes to it, man, I hope Malik doesn't fall in love and Jana breaks his heart. I really hope so. And you guys tell your little personal stories. That story
didn't have
hits-
no
it
personal story
touches
that I
home.
told
That
tonight,
touches
boo.
home. That touches home for me.
Yeah,
I hope he
Ashley
doesn't
got
fall in
quite
love and get
personal
hurt.
there.
I
Smash the
predict-
homie, then get back and then smash again and then get. I was like, wow,
I
that was chapter
predict-
5 of your book.
Only knew.
I predict Malik will get his heart broken eventually. I predict that both men next episode will be at the delivery room when Tasha gives birth. Both Rick Fox and Pookie. And I think it's going to be until they deliver the baby and one looks like the other.
hair.
Yeah, they're going to see if it's Rick Fox hair or it's going to be Pookie type
You can't,
hair.
and you can't tell.
I
You
think-
won't be
Yeah,
able
when
to
it's a
tell.
baby, it's hard to tell.
Not brand
you know,
new, out the womb, no.
I think...
I
yes, you
think
can.
that I think if it's Rick Fox's baby, then
that-
it's gonna be like straight, kind of like
and
a
it's going
straight.
to be long
Yeah,
and
That's a lie.
But if
That
it's
is such a
Pookie's
lie.
hair- But
Yeah,
I'm just saying
my hair
for
was straight when I
I'm
was
saying
born.
for the sake of the storyline and for the show.
He's going to come out with a little curly fro, a Jerry curl. Watch.
Yeah.
It is the game. It will be the game. Season 7, episode 10. Who knows with that baby? Baby, come out with a
Finale.
jumper. Who
I
knows?
also predict that Keira and Blue will end this season upset at each other because I believe Keira is gonna go ahead and go on to Miami and not really look back whether Blue likes it or not. I think Jason is going to kind of step up and marry Chardonnay, and Kelly's just gonna have to get along with it.
What are
One
your
prediction
predictions?
each.
Do I really got to make
Oh
a
damn!
prediction?
I'm sorry. I did a whole bunch of predictions.
Gosh, what is
Come
my...
on, man.
See, the thing is, everything in this season is so predictable.
So
it's
predictable.
like that, it's you know what, this is what I'll
Go
say.
left field. Go left field with your prediction right now.
Left
Go
field,
left
can
field.
I go over the left field fence?
Go
Yes.
Go Kevin John with this one. Go
Out of
real
the park.
Kevin
Hit it
John.
out of the park.
Yeah, okay, I'm a grand slam this. Okay, so I love all the baseball references. So even though it's a football show.
Okay.
All right, so Ashley's like, it's getting hot.
Okay.
It's all right. Y'all have to I just love these people. I really do.
Shit.
Okay, sorry. So my prediction...
I'm sorry.
My-
Go ahead, Ashley. Cut him off.
My
Go.
prediction is that Malik is gonna basically unload his love. He's going to open up his heart, and
That was over the park that we already know. He already told me.
Y'all predictions suck. Ashley,
he
go.
is going to
You
fall
know
in love.
what? I'm gonna go
with her.
left field with this all the way. I predict
right
that.
field. I just
I
went
predict
left.
that TT is the baby's father.
Bam.
down. That's why he didn't commit suicide. He going to take Tasha to the hospital. As soon as that baby pops out, he gonna look just like TT with the eyes. And then they're gonna take a DNA test, and it's gonna be TT's baby.
You are funny. You guys out there watching, comment on YouTube. Tell us what your prediction is. Who do you think the baby daddy's going to be? And just to let you know, next episode is the finale, and we will have Jay Ellis, Mr. Blue.
Don't tell him yet. It's a secret.
No, they got to tune in.
Now it's not a secret.
She was joking.
Why is it going to be a secret?
Cause
Why?
it's supposed to be a secret.
But
Yeah,
that's
I
gonna.
can't.
Well, that's not a secret now.
Wait,
I can't.
Did he get in the
Kevin.
I can't. Yeah.
Where can we find you?
Where can you find me? You can find me here at AfterBuzz Studio every Tuesday night. You can also find me on Twitter at HeyKevinJohn, Instagram at HeyKevinJohn, and on Facebook, Kevin John Peters, or my website, it's kevinjohn.com.
What's up, everybody? You can find me on Twitter at HeyAshleyGray and on Instagram at Ashley Nina Marie Gray.
And I'm at Fit with Fallon on Instagram, Twitter, and fitwithfallon.com.
I'm Megan Thomas. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Meg Scoop, like Scoop of Ice Cream.
And I'm Brandon London, Twitter and Instagram at Cultured Athlete and BrandonLondonTV.com.
And we are having too much fun. We'll see you next Tuesday. Make sure you come back. It's rate, subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Oh, your edges.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.